Stretch yourself. Stretch yourself. Stretch yourself.
Hey everybody, welcome back to another episode of the Stretch Yourself podcast. Thanks for tuning in. This is the podcast where we stretch ourselves beyond our comfort zones and we learn something. We learn something along the way. We got a great guest for you today. We got a great episode. But first, I'm gonna give you a couple of quick updates. I'm gonna give you a good and a bad. Okay, here we go. I'll start with the bad. The bad was turned out not to be bad at all. What had happened was 2 weeks ago or so, I was like, oh, like I have a Sunday. I have JoJo's episode that I'm ready to edit and release. And I'm like, well, why don't I make an RSS feed so I can create one link and it'll distribute it to, all the platforms. And I'm a big fan of this method, the method of just try to get it done in one afternoon, because a lot of things aren't as hard as they seem. And then when you do them, you just focus on them for a little bit, you can get them done relatively quickly. And that's how I started the pod. That's how I thought that this was going to go. And that's not what happened. What did happen was I tried to make an RSS feed and I made a mistake. And I accidentally sent my Spotify podcast to a link that didn't exist anymore. That's the short version of it, basically. And I just stressed over it for like a week. I was getting other input from other podcasters. I was freaking out. I thought I had lost every single episode that I ever put out on Spotify. And I was like, and once I did that, I was like, why the fuck did I do that? Like, that was so stupid. Like, I could have I'm fine with just releasing on Spotify and YouTube because that's what works for me. That's the simplest way to get this done, and it's fine. And so here's what I learned. I learned that there's a specific way to transfer your episodes over to a new RSS feed, and you need to do that properly. It doesn't take an afternoon. It probably takes a couple of days, and you need to make sure you do it correctly and meticulously right. And then once even if I had done that and finished it, it would have been a whole other set of hoops to jump through to get it on Apple Podcasts and blah, blah, blah. I also learned that other podcasting hosts, they charge money for you to use their RSS feed, and they also have a limit to how much you can put on how much you can upload. So it has to be like under 2 gigs or something like that, which is insane. That's an insane, to make a whole episode like only under 2 gigs. And some of them even had like restrictions where it's like you can only upload up to 6 hours a month or something like that. So I was like, this is all dumb. Like, Spotify lets me upload as big of a file as I want and for free, and so does YouTube. So, and it's so easy to do. So that's what I'm going to stick to. I was able to contact customer support for Spotify, and that was my last resort. I seriously thought that I was going to have to create a Patreon and put all of those episodes on Patreon and start over with a new Spotify show. But thankfully, I was like, all right, let me just give customer service a try and see what happens. So I went to customer service, I put it in, and at first you're chatting with an AI bot, and then it's like very quickly, I didn't have to answer very many questions, and it transferred me over to a real person, or at least I was led to believe it felt like I was talking to a real person, and they solved my issue. They got the episodes back, and then when I went to upload it, it took a while, and I went to them again, and they were like, oh, it's just processing. We need to force post it. And that's what happened, and that's how I got the podcast back. So we're just going to keep doing it that way. And so now the plan is I can add links to my link tree, or I can create a landing site on my website for the podcast that will have the YouTube and the Spotify link. So that is the plan. And that's what I'm going to do. Man, it was just, God, it was stressful. I couldn't believe it. I thought it was all gone. I thought it was gone forever. But thankfully, no. Thankfully, we're back. That's the bad thing that happened to me recently. It was a lot of stress for no reason, and everything's fine now with the podcast. The good things that have happened recently, I did a fabulous weekend in Casper, Wyoming, hosting 2 shows for Beth Stelling, everybody. It was so much fun. I couldn't believe it. I didn't know if I was going to get like approved for the gig, and I didn't know like what it was going to, I didn't, for a minute there, it felt like we weren't going to do the show because we were going to lose money on the show. And that's exactly what ended up happening. The venue lost a lot of money on the shows, but both of them were great. One of them was better than the other, but no, we did not sell enough tickets to break even. We lost a lot of cash on it. So please go out and support the shows there. But you know what? That's just, that's what we're rocking with these days. But everyone got paid and everyone got stage time and the audiences were lovely. And we had a lovely weekend up in Casper, Wyoming. Beth is so nice and funny and cool. And I just I can't run out of nice things to say about her. I got to take my girlfriend up there with me. We had our own hotel room, which was nice. Helen Driesen got to feature, and everyone just had a lovely time. It was a lot of fun. I had a great time just being up there and being able to just hang out. And I've been to Casper a bunch of times, and we went to a lot of places I had never been to before up there, like coffee shops and restaurants and stuff. And I really enjoyed it. And it's one of those weekends that just kind of makes you go like, oh, this is why I do this. This is the whole point. And eventually someday, I hope to be, in a bigger role. I will be soon, but I'll be in a bigger role with shows like that. I want to be featuring and headlining someday and making more money. So that's the plan. Got to stick to it. Got to write. God, writing. So tough, man. So tough. Today I came home and did not feel like doing anything. I have a lot on my plate right now. It's kind of crazy. We're getting ready to move into a new place. I got lots of shows coming up, producing and shows that I'm on, and and the grind never stops. I got a new show. Here's another recent development that's pretty nice. I have a new show at Stella's Coffee House in Denver. It's on South Pearl Street, and so that means I have 2 shows that are called Stella's. The venue is called Stella's. Pretty interesting, pretty cool. Stella's Pinball in Greeley is still going to be every Thursday. Go check those out. I'm going to be hosting there next week on Thursday the 22nd for Nathan Lund. And my new show is at Stella's Coffee House, and that's going to be June 8th. It's a Sunday, which is great because I don't have to compete with other Thursday through Saturday shows in Denver. So I'm very excited about that, and I'm excited to see kind of how that develops. I'm still in the early phases of getting it off the ground. I just made the Eventbrite, so I got to do some other stuff with that tonight. So I'm going to work on that tonight while I watch the Nuggets. Go Nuggets. I'm just crossing off everything that I wanted to say. I think that's about it for now. Hope you all are doing well. I'm going to be at the Edgewater Beer Garden this Thursday. What day is that? I don't remember. It's the 15th. Yeah, 15th. And then I'm going to be at Mutiny Information Cafe on Friday, the 16th. Those are my 2 shows coming up. And then I got some more stuff coming up in the future. So be on the lookout for that. I feel pretty good about that. That's about all I wanted to talk about. I'll keep you guys updated. There's lots coming up in the future. And Nebby's in the window. My producer, co-producer, checking on the 1s and 2s as always. Folks, without further ado, let's get into our episode today. I'm very excited for our guest on the pod today. He is a comedian, and he was just out in LA for a little bit, and then he came back to Denver, and I'm so excited that he's back and that I'm going to start seeing him on more shows, hoping to get him on some of mine soon. And he's a very open and honest guy who's also very funny, and we had a great conversation that was right up my alley, right up both of our alleys. So please enjoy this episode with my friend and yours, Mr. BK Sharad.
Stretch yourself. Stretch yourself. Stretch yourself.
Perfect.
I had that same Lego set, the bonsai, all the frogs.
Oh, did you?
Oh yeah.
Nice, dude. Yeah, I've been getting into the Lego. What do you call those?
World.
Yeah, just in general, yeah. But like the plant ones, like the
Gotcha,
succulents
yeah.
and things like that,
They're like real adult Legos, cause like I think any Legos for adults if you're an adult and you're doing it.
Yeah.
But like those particularly,
Yeah, definitely. Yeah, because they go with anything,
Yeah, it's like good decor.
Yeah, definitely.
It's like Legos people like don't make fun of you about.
Yeah. Were you ever a Lego guy?
Yeah. Oh, I still am, dude.
Yeah.
Yeah, I have a bunch of Legos, dude. I have
What kinds?
a lot
do
of
you
Lord
like?
of the Rings Legos.
Oh hell yeah.
Or not a lot. I guess I have one. I have one set of Lord of the Rings. I have a Super Mario 64 one.
Okay.
And then I also have
The one with the flag.
the one I have is the cube.
Oh,
It's
okay.
like,
Yeah.
yeah.
With the
Because Super
question mark
Mario
on it.
64 is my favorite. Like, it's in my top 5 video games of all time.
Yeah, definitely.
And so I got that cube. I was like, I gotta get this shit.
Yeah, for sure.
And then I have a Sonic the Hedgehog one.
Nice.
It's like the first ever level Green Hill Zone.
Okay.
Sonic-
Yeah.
Yeah. So I have that. Then just like some loose like Star Wars ones and other shit like that.
Nice.
Yeah.
That's pretty fun. Do you play video games a lot too?
Oh yeah.
Yeah. What are you into?
I'm playing Oblivion right now, dude.
Oh, that's what.
my
Yeah,
first
that's what my
time.
roommate's playing too.
Yeah.
Yeah. Okay. Because I got pretty deep into Skyrim, and then
I couldn't get into it.
yeah.
I tried, dude. I tried 6 times. I couldn't get into it.
Oh man.
And I love fantasy shit. Like
Yeah,
The Witcher
totally.
3 is my all-time favorite game.
Okay.
Like I can play that over and over and over again.
Yeah.
I have like a Witcher like tattoo
Oh wow.
legs. sock
There's
or
a show
whatever.
about that too, right?
Yeah.
Okay. Cool.
Yeah, and I've read like some of the books but that game, dude, it's perfect.
Yeah.
It's a really good
I
game.
I got like I'm pretty deep into Skyrim, but like I
Yeah.
got stuck.
Sure,
Where, like,
sure.
there's a lot of glitches in the game too that like
Totally,
I
dude.
can't like beat whatever objective because of
Yeah.
whatever reason, and I'm stuck as a vampire, and I can't turn back. Like
Sure.
so like the sun hurts me every time I go out into it,
Yeah.
and everyone gets freaked out by me when they see me.
That's so funny, dude.
Yeah, but
Yeah,
I don't know. Maybe I'll
Oblivion-
check it out. Yeah.
Oblivion has glitches too. So
Okay.
it's a pure remaster. It's
Okay.
like the game
And they
is
kept
the same.
all the glitches
Dude,
too.
100%. Like I was swimming and I got out of the water and I noticed there's just like water sparklets kind of flowing around me.
Yeah.
And like, it's a game that has magic. So I was like, oh, there's like, I must have activated a spell or like something like
Yeah.
that. And then I Googled, it's like, just a glitch.
Yeah.
Whenever you like exit the game and come back, it won't be there.
That's so funny.
It's like, cool.
Yeah.
Alright.
Would you say that's one of your pastimes or like ways you relax and chill?
Yeah. It depends because sometimes video games, depending on what I'm playing, doesn't relax me.
Yeah,
You know?
totally. Yeah.
Like Patrick Richardson
Mhm.
and
Oh, yeah.
Andrew Overdahl.
Yeah, of course.
Like so those are 2 of my guys, and we've been playing a lot of Rocket League.
Yeah.
And Fortnite.
Okay.
And just depending on the day, it
Yeah.
can be either like really fun.
Yeah.
But like right now, so they're about to do a new Fortnite season like in 2 days. And
Okay.
so whenever there's a new season, like everybody becomes like cops with like a fucking like quota, They
Oh,
come
yeah.
at the end and they're trying to get all their like XP and stuff like that so they can finish
Oh.
getting all the skins in the battle pass or
Yeah,
whatever.
for sure.
And so the lobbies are like sweaty.
Oh yeah.
And so like we'll be playing and like I'm barely surviving out of just every skirmish and I'm just like, dude, what the fuck?
What's going
And
on?
yeah, dude, I was
Yeah.
getting like we're getting just wrecked.
Yeah.
And then after a while, I'm just like, let's play Rocket League. And then that's not relaxing either for some reason. Everyone in Rocket League is sweaty too. And I'm like, yeah, well, cool.
Yeah.
I guess
I-
every game's hard.
That's how I feel about I play Marvel Rivals.
Nice.
Yeah, and sometimes COD with
Nice.
my friends. Yeah, and that's like COD like every year like when it first comes out.
Yeah.
Like me and my roommate just absolutely annihilate everybody.
Yeah,
like
yeah,
we're
yeah,
ranking top 1 and 2.
Yeah, totally.
And then like as the year goes on, like only like the sweaty dudes are left.
Yeah.
So
Yeah.
like we just get murked by those guys.
Yeah, dude.
Yeah. So it gets my heart going too. So yeah.
Call of Duty's hard for me, man. I tried to do Warzone. But
Yeah, I
every
like
time I've
Warzone.
tried to get into Warzone, I played with other people who were like really into it. I think I have to play with like new people.
Yeah.
Because then we can like learn together.
Yeah.
But it's always like I'm like the broken leg
Yeah.
on the team, where I'm just
Yeah.
like I'm sorry, dude. I don't know, dude. I got
You're always
fucking
down.
knocked. Yeah, always down, dude. Like, why are you down again? I'm like, I don't know, man.
Yeah.
It's my 3rd time playing. Please.
I'm typically that guy too.
Yeah.
That's how I am with Rocket League. I'm terrible at Rocket League.
It's hard, dude.
Yeah, it's really hard. But the people who are good at it are like crazy good at it.
It's insane.
Yeah.
And it's like, because literally there's like, because I have the ground game fine. fine. Like I can drive around and hit the ball.
Oh, sure.
But
yeah.
anything in the air, I'm fucked.
Yeah, same.
And
yeah.
so the ball goes in the air. I'm like, there it goes. And I'll see someone else just like fly up to it. I'm like, what the fuck? How are you doing that?
How do you get to that level? Yeah.
Yeah, because when I see the ball, I'm like, I'll wait for it to come down.
Yeah. So I'll just be down here
Yeah.
chilling. Do you have any like day jobs or anything like that? Or are you full time like stand up and
Stand up right
producing?
now.
Yeah.
Like I've had a bunch of day jobs and I have like decent savings and just, just doing shows and
Damn.
producing and just a combination of everything, man.
Yeah, for sure.
Yeah.
When did you like? When did you move to LA again?
I moved to LA. What month is it now? Like April?
It's April. Yeah.
Yeah, so like
Almost May.
February of last year.
Okay.
And then I was there for 10 months.
Okay, you're back here now.
Yeah, yeah.
Oh wow, nice. Hell yeah.
Yeah, so I moved back in December.
Oh hell yeah.
Yeah.
What was some of like the progress with that? Like what made you want to make the jump to LA and like what brings you back?
Dude, I think like I wanted to do more acting and stuff like that because I've done like a couple things, like some commercials and stuff.
Yeah.
And yeah, I really wanted to like do more of that. And so I moved there because there's a lot of that, and then there's still stand up. Got a lot of friends out there and stuff like that.
Yeah, totally.
And it was just a hard year, man.
Yeah.
Just like so that's what brought me back. It just it was just hard, like financially, especially. Like it's just so expensive there.
Yeah, I
that
can't
I was
even
just
imagine.
like trying to make ends meet, and it just got kind of tough.
Yeah, I can get that. Yeah.
And like it just everything was expensive, and my girlfriend also didn't love it, and like it was just like a long year of just trying to get my foot on the ground and try to make everything happen.
Yeah.
I was like traveling a lot too, and then it's like I think if you're gonna move to a place like that, you kind of have to stay there, and like just be there and do the thing.
Yeah, totally.
You know?
Yeah. Did you learn anything?
Oh, I learned a lot, dude.
Yeah.
Yeah, I feel like I wish I'd reached out to more people. I think when I was there, like I think I was struggling a lot, but I kind of like kept it to myself.
Right, because you want to look like you got it all together. Like,
Yeah, totally, dude. Because I don't want to
Yeah.
be that guy. Because like
I relate to that.
yeah, because I don't want to like complain.
Yeah.
Because like what we do is like fun and silly and stuff, and it's
Right.
like I don't want to be like I don't want to feel like I don't want like to come off like I'm like you guys owe me or like you know what I mean?
Yeah.
Because like there's a lot of comics who complain about things,
Mm-hmm.
and it just
It's not fun.
yeah.
But I feel like there's like a right way and a wrong way to like ask for something. You
Yeah.
know? And like there's like complaining publicly on social media I'm never like, I'm glad that I read that,
100%
you
dude.
know, but like, I think it's okay to like reach out and be like, hey, look, I could use some shows and like,
yeah.
I'm trying to work. I'm funny. So
I think I'm more mean. I wish I reached out to hang out with people.
oh, okay. For sure.
Just like to like
Yeah.
not even for like opportunities per se, like just to be like, hey man, do you want to get food? Or like,
Yeah.
hey man, do you want to go to the beach or like do
Yeah.
something like that? I think I was trying to balance everything,
Mm-hmm.
and like I don't think I was doing a good job, and I think I wasn't being like, hey man, I'm having a hard time out here, like emotionally,
Yeah.
more than like because I was getting booked like a decent amount, and
For
like
sure.
that was pretty good, but it was just like emotionally taxing on me.
Oh yeah, I can imagine. Yeah. That's kind of leads me into the next question I had was like, you got a lot to manage and you got a lot of balls in the air. So how do you manage with like, that kind of like stress and like and dealing with people? Like what's something that you've learned too?
Dude, I deal with it very poorly, man. If I'm being honest, like I'm really bad at like talking to people about like how I'm feeling. Like I think sometimes I have a lot of like self-worth issues, and I have a hard time being like, hey, this is how I'm feeling, or like
Totally.
advocating for myself.
Yeah.
I think the way I was raised, like with my like mom and stuff, it's just like you kind of just deal with stuff and just you have to do stuff,
Right.
like no matter what. And so I think I still do that, and I don't like tell people how I'm feeling in the moment, and I'll like hold on to it,
Yeah.
and then like later I'll like not that I like lash out, but I'll still be feeling some type of way, you know?
Yeah, totally. Like I feel like guys especially have a hard time just like, cause like all you have to do is talk, like once you talk to somebody and they know,
Yeah.
they see like what you're going through,
Totally.
like that just takes off so much weight. But it's annoying that you have to talk about it,
Yeah, dude.
You're like, why can't I just like be good and just like get through it? But it's like once they start talking to someone, he's like, oh, I feel so much better. I just hate that I had to explain all of that.
Totally. And I'm such a people pleaser
Yeah, same.
that I'm like I really don't like being difficult.
Yeah.
And like I'm an anxious, neurotic guy, and I'm always like trying to be like, oh no, I'm chill, dude.
Yeah, for
I'm
sure.
Like, I'm a chill dude.
For
I
sure.
don't give a fuck.
Yeah.
But I do.
Yeah.
You know, and I like like a lot of things bother me, but I also know it's like, yeah, I don't want to like take it out on other people.
Totally.
And so sometimes I'm like, let me just process it myself or like whatever.
Mm-hmm.
But the fuck, the door just
my
got
cat's probably fucking with it. Yeah.
Scared the fuck
what
out
the
of me,
fuck?
dude.
Yeah. She's probably gonna bust her way in
That's
here.
totally fine.
Yeah.
Yeah, I think like I don't handle it super well, and I've been trying to be better about it.
Yeah.
I journal every day. That kind of helps.
Yeah,
just kind of
totally.
like process what I'm feeling. I started going back to the gym.
Nice.
I like didn't do that for a while just because like it was just kind of a task and I just fell off.
Mm-hmm.
What else do I do? Yeah, honestly, like dude, like I pretty much start my day feeling like shit, and then it's kind of like me trying to find ways to not feel like shit.
Yeah, totally.
And a lot of times, what it is like spending time with like my friends.
Yeah.
Like playing video games like Patrick and Orbital's like that's like the best.
Totally.
Like
yeah.
that's like the time where I'm like, cool, we're not talking about comedy, we're like not talking about like, yeah, I'm not worried about anything.
You're just hanging out with your
Yeah.
friends. Yeah.
Yeah, because like I also don't know what we're doing. You know what I mean? Like
How so?
like with like just like with stand up and stuff.
Uh-huh.
It's like I remember like when I started comedy, everyone was like, never post a clip. You know? Like that was like looked down upon, and it's like if you're gonna do it, you gotta like never do that joke again.
Yeah.
And like now everything has changed, and it constantly, and even like that wave of like if you just post a clip every day, at one point in time like you would just get a bunch of followers, like whatever, and then I feel like that wave is done too, and so we're always just preparing for like this unknown future,
Yeah.
and like I don't know what it is because it seems like the things that people like online is not stand up.
No.
You know,
everyone watches everything. Nobody likes anything.
Yeah.
Like.
And so it is just like kind of scary because like I've been thinking about getting like a job again, like just like or like something,
Yeah.
just like a second source of income,
Yeah.
just because like things have been like tighter,
Mm-hmm.
and I like just because like also that's more predictable. I know it's like that's
Right.
gonna happen.
Yeah.
And it's like and just like I don't like I just don't know what like things are gonna like everything's expensive now. And, like,
Yeah,
you know what I
dude.
mean. So it's like it's just hard.
And there's so
to-
much pressure.
Yeah, dude.
You know, like
Yeah.
especially like I have to remind myself all the time. Like I got into this because I love it and it's fun.
Totally,
You know? But then I get wrapped up in like the job of it and like
Yeah.
the producing part and like the clips part and like I'm always like I'm not doing enough, I'm not putting enough out there and stuff.
Yeah.
And like this is why I don't have X, Y, and Z or whatever. And it's just like it's all fake. Like it's
Yeah,
all-
dude.
like the people who are successful aren't always because they check the boxes.
Yeah.
You know? Yeah.
I think those people are also just like being themselves
Yeah.
and they're comfortable with
Mhm,
themselves and doing
mhm.
what they like. Because I think like I haven't been putting myself out there as much as I used to just because I've had like body image issues. And
Oh, okay.
so like it's hard for me to be in a video because
Mm.
like sometimes when I see myself on video, I'm like, fuck, dude. Like, because I used to be like, I used to be a rock climber and stuff.
Okay.
And when I was like 135 pounds.
Oh wow.
Yeah. And like now I'm like 198 or something like that. You know what I mean?
Yeah.
So it's like I'm way bigger than I was. And
I
like,
mean, how old were you when you were rock climbing? How long ago
like
was that?
was like before comedy.
Oh.
I quit during COVID.
Oh, okay.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Just because like I was just like, well, I haven't gone in a while.
Yeah.
And then I went back and I was like, oh, this is way harder now because I didn't do
Yeah.
it for like 2 years.
Yeah, totally.
But so it's like, I don't know. So it's like there's those things where I'm like, I want to put myself out there more,
Yeah.
but then I struggle with body image issues,
Mhm.
and then that kind of like fucks with me, and it's like a vicious cycle where I'm like, well, I gotta wait until I'm blah 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 before I
Right.
can post or
Yeah,
like take
well,
videos.
You want things to be perfect.
Yeah, totally,
or
dude.
to feel perfect.
And it never
Yeah.
will.
Right.
And I think it's like, yeah, because then it's like, talking about dealing with stress, like one of the things I do is I binge eat,
Oh yeah.
Oh, yeah, dude. Because like I don't drink anymore. So it's like, that's like one of the things I have.
Oh, for sure. Yeah.
know?
Totally. Yeah. Everyone's gotta have something. you
Yeah, but
know?
it's like, it sucks because it's like the one that people notice the most,
I don't think so.
Interesting.
No. Because like I feel like we're always gonna be our biggest critics.
Sure.
And you're always gonna notice yourself more because like
Sure.
you're the only one keeping track and like
Sure,
keeping
sure.
score. I see you, I just see you.
That's
know?
sick. I mean,
Yeah,
it's good to know.
Yeah, for sure.
It is like that. I always have that fear. It's like that. I'm like, I walk in a room and people are like, damn, he gained a whole bunch of weight in LA or like whatever,
Yeah, no, I get that. Yeah.
So it is just like, it is hard. Like in that regard.
Yeah.
Like, yeah, because you have to put your, like, I'm always waiting for the right time to put myself on.
Totally.
And now I've come to the point where I'm like, no, you just got to do it.
Yeah, for
like,
sure.
because also it's like I don't want to spend all this time not living my life
Yeah.
because I feel some type of way. You know what I mean?
Yeah, totally. And time goes by so fast.
Yeah, dude. I mean, literally,
then
I could get hit by a bus tomorrow.
Yeah, dude.
And
for
then,
real.
like, you know, what I didn't spend that time, like,
Yeah.
enjoying my life. You know what I mean?
Yeah.
So it's like, yeah, it's like, because I feel that same thing you're saying is like putting yourself out there. I mean, like, it's awesome you got a podcast, man. I mean, that's like a huge one. I think
Dude,
it's like,
yeah, thank you. It's a lot of like on its own too, you know, because like it's like oh I want to put it out every week and all this stuff, and then once you start, like, life happens, you know, and like all the alpha bro content that I've listened to is like, you're not doing enough, you know, and then it's just like, it's fine, everything's fine, it's gonna be okay, like nothing has to be like on, because I'm like reaching for something, you know, like I want to reach for stuff, and I feel like you do too, where it's like when you're ambitious, like you want to reach for a goal, but at the same time you don't want to like sacrifice your happiness and peace of mind either.
Yeah, dude, because I think about Twitch streaming all the time. I did it during COVID.
Yeah.
And like it was going pretty good. I had like a decent thing going, but sometimes I am just like, I don't want to like also monetize my friendship with my friends, because like that's the time that I have now that like I feel most at peace.
Yeah,
you know,
totally.
so there is this level of like, I would like to Twitch stream, but also it's like, when do you do it, and like whatever.
Yeah.
And it's like, yeah, I mean, stand-up's already time consuming, and just you know, figuring all that out. Like, you know, even I went to the gym today and I was emailing like, you know, clubs and like stuff like that, just being like, hey, you know, love to come back and, you know, like do this and, you know, whatever. And then, you know, having to post something every day just to like sell tickets and stuff like that. It's like, I run out of stuff to post. So I posted something today and I was like, thank God. It's like I had something to post, you know?
Yeah.
And so it's just like, yeah, it does feel endless, and it is like,
yeah,
and it is self-paced, you know.
100%. Yeah, I was getting all overwhelmed today at work, and I was just like, God, why am I so stressed out? Like it's gonna be fine. Like we're all gonna die.
Yeah.
And I don't have to worry so much about this bull, because it's like, you know, I start to spiral and like think about like, you know, if I fuck up too many times in a row, like I lose my job. And if I lose my job, then then I can't support all the other things that I'm doing, and I'll be even more stressed, you know? It's just like, but it's like most of the time that's all just like in my head, you know?
I think about that shit too, man. Also, it's just like with what we do, it's so chaotic, you know?
Yeah.
Like, even like when you run a show, it's like there's all these people coming, and they're all individuals, you know? And you never know how they're going to be.
Right.
Like if they're going to be a fun audience, like, if, you know, it just, you never know. And then you're bringing the comics in the mix, you know?
Yeah.
And it's like, you know, there's a lot of different dynamics, man.
Yeah.
And it is like, it's hard to balance and just like figure it out.
Yeah.
You know?
Just one step at a time.
Yeah.
Is what I tell myself. Yeah. What's something that you wish more people knew about you?
Damn, I don't know. I'm trying to think. 'Cause, like, I feel like I'm pretty just open for the most part.
For sure.
Cause like I also talk about like mental health and shit like that.
Yeah.
Yeah, I mean, honestly, like, what's something I wish more people knew about me? Oh, you know, maybe just that I mean well, you know? Like, if there's ever a time someone's like, oh, like, you know, he's a dick or, like, whatever, like, it was an accident.
Yeah, for
and,
sure.
Like, and, like, the way I navigate through life is with the best intentions. I'm never trying to, like, hurt anybody.
100%. Yeah. And you got, I imagine, a lot of people who want your attention.
Yeah.
Yeah. So I get that.
It is hard because it is like, because
you got to protect yourself.
Yeah, man. And so it is just like, it is, I think that's like what I would say.
Yeah.
It's like, because I think sometimes I just can't respond to everybody and like, like stuff like that.
Yeah.
So yeah, I mean, that's really about it, man.
For sure.
So, it's like, it's never personal.
Yeah.
I really do like find the best in like pretty much everybody.
Yeah, totally.
And like, you know, I mean, there's obviously been people who've wronged me or whatever, and even those people, I'm like, you know, I hope you're like living an okay life. Like, it is what it is, you know?
Yeah, I get that. I have to remind myself that sometimes whenever I'm like, you know, reaching out to somebody or like, you know, hoping to work on something or whatever. I'm like, and I don't get a response or whatever. I'm like, they got stuff going on too.
Totally,
like,
dude.
they're
totally,
not,
man.
And most people are not like outwardly mean all the
Yeah.
time. You know, they're like everyone's just gotta like balance their own shit, and they can't respond to everything, like you said.
Dude,
Yeah.
100%, man. I mean, even it's just like, yeah, like my birthday happened, and then just like a bunch of people are DMing me, you know, and I tried my best to respond to everybody for that and stuff, but
Right.
just like so many other messages just got lost.
And you want to
like,
make sure that like everyone gets a response, everyone gets like,
yeah.
no one feels like, why isn't BK saying thank you to my happy birthday?
And it's also because I like genuinely appreciate it.
Yeah,
you know what I mean?
100%,
It's not even that I'm like, oh, I feel obligated. It's like I'm like, dude, I appreciate that, you know, you
Yeah.
like me or whatever. You know?
Yeah,
And,
for sure.
like they were being nice to me. So yeah, I think that's probably what I want people to know about me.
For sure.
It's like I always mean well. I do the best I can, and that's hard, man.
Yeah, totally.
It's hard, just like trying to like, yeah, just like, you know, also because I do genuinely like everybody, and a lot of people don't like each other, and that makes like a weird thing too.
Yeah.
Because I find myself being friends with a lot of different people,
Yeah.
and then within those groups, people don't like each other and stuff.
Yeah, I find myself, I've never been I've always like seemed to have like missed drama.
Yeah.
You know what I mean? Like
Yeah.
even like in school and stuff, like
yeah.
people would be like, did you hear about these people? And I'm like, how come I was never included in all this? Like, I guess I just missed it. Like I try not to have like any drama with anybody, you know?
Same, man.
Yeah.
Yeah. I mean, I do my best to just like, yeah, treat people the best I can.
For sure.
And like, yeah.
How was your birthday?
That was good, dude.
Yeah, what'd you do?
Nothing.
That's good.
Yeah, actually, yeah.
Nice.
Because you came to the Dude IDK thing, right? On Monday?
No, Monday I was at Thick Skin.
Oh, okay, word.
Yeah.
I did a small hang, like, so me and Nick did like a combined, just like a little small thing.
Oh, nice.
And then and then on my actual birthday, I just did nothing.
That's nice.
I just chilled at home, played video games,
Hell yeah.
hung out with my girlfriend,
Hell yeah.
ate some food.
Yeah.
She made me a cake, ate that. Yeah, dude. It
That's
was
nice.
sick.
How old are you now?
34.
Okay.
Yeah, how old are you?
I'm 28.
Okay, word. Nice. Dude.
Yeah. Do you how long have you and your girlfriend been together?
Like 2 years.
Okay.
Something like that. Yeah.
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 How is it you know, balancing like our lifestyle with being in a relationship?
It can be challenging. I think the thing we do is like try to prioritize like time together.
For sure.
Where it's like, hey, let's, you know, spend this time. Let's, you know, blah blah blah.
Yeah, block it out.
Yeah.
Mhm.
Cause yeah, it can be, that can be very tough.
Mhm.
Is like trying to, cause I'm like, if I'm gone,
Yeah.
you know,
Yeah.
like yeah, it's, and also just like our schedules are different. She works in coffee, so she like
Mornings.
Yeah, so
Yeah.
usually I'll come to bed at like 3, and then she'll like be waking up for work at 4.
Yeah, for
and
sure.
so sometimes I'll be
Damn.
awake by the time she's like, you know, depending on what I'm up to. Like if I'm watching like TV or something,
For sure, yeah.
she'll like, I'll wake up and I'll be like, oh shit, hey, and you know,
She's like getting off work.
or she's getting up for work.
Oh, yeah.
And so that can be hard too. So just like making time together.
Yeah, definitely.
Like doing stuff, and we both play video games, so we'll just like
Oh, that's
play video
cool.
games together and stuff.
Does she come with you to any stand-up stuff or?
Depends, not
Yeah.
like usually, because like dude, like to me, like a lot, like stand-up's my job, you know, so it's like
Yeah.
I feel like if it's like a
work.
special
It's like going to
occasion-
work.
Yeah, dude, it's 100. I mean, it is literally work.
Yeah.
And it is also like, because I'm trying to, because I don't want to make her uncomfortable when I'm like talking to comics and like she's just standing there. And then I'm just like, and then
Yeah.
we're all riffing
Dude.
about like the most horrific shit possible.
Yeah.
And she's just like, wow, that was, yeah. I'm like, yeah. You know? And it's like always interesting when a comic brings their girlfriend, and like I always do my best to be like, hey, what do you, you know,
That's
like
cool.
try to like include them.
Yeah.
Because like it's awkward, dude.
Totally.
Because we're
Yeah.
all trying to like riff above each other and be like the funniest one.
Yeah.
And then, you know, they're just sitting there watching you.
Yeah, and you're like, include how we, you know, include my girlfriend in this.
Yeah,
you know,
dude,
it's like
so-
I feel that way, dude. Because like, yeah, I tell my girlfriend sometimes, I'm like, sometimes it's a work thing, and sometimes it's like, yeah, this is cool. Like it'll be chill if you come, you know, and there'll
Totally.
be room for that. But sometimes it's like I will be busy the entire time.
Totally, dude.
That I'm there. So like I don't want her to feel left out or anything like that. But that is cool that you try to include people, because like
Yeah.
I always appreciate that when you know, comics talk to my girlfriend and stuff. 'Cause then I'm
Totally,
like, I feel like, all right, cool. Like,
Yeah.
you know, we're making mutual friends now, and like, I feel comfortable that you're comfortable. So
It's also just human decency. It's
Yeah.
like, it's like you're a human being.
Right.
You're here, like, Yeah, like it depends also like on the show. Like on Saturday I'm doing a show in Estes,
Okay.
and it's at a venue that allows dogs.
Okay.
And so I was just like, hey, what if we just went up a little early and like
Yeah.
walked around and like, cause we don't just go to Estes.
Right.
And it's like it's a Saturday, a date that I work.
Yeah.
And so we're just gonna drive up there early, and then I'll hang out with the dog.
Bring the dog.
Yeah,
Nice.
yeah, totally, dude. And then so she'll like, it'll be nice because I want to spend time with her and the
Yeah.
dog.
Yeah, totally. That will be fun. Yeah, and it's not like, it's like, at a gig like in another town. So it's
Totally.
like you're not surrounded by comedians like
Totally.
and like businessy things. It's
Yeah.
like you're there with the audience.
And it's close because I live in Boulder now, and
Oh,
so
cool.
Estes is only like 45 minutes away
Oh,
from
that's
there,
easy.
which I was like, that's crazy. I
Yeah.
had no idea it was like that close.
Yeah, totally.
So that'll be fun. Yeah, I don't. And then like there's been a couple times I did some shows in Portland one time, and like we when we were living in LA, we took me, her, and the dog just drove up and back.
Oh, that sounds fun.
Yeah.
Yeah, Portland's also a very dog friendly
Yeah, dude.
place. So
Oh, I love Portland, dude.
yeah,
That's like my favorite city, I think.
yeah.
Yeah.
I just went there. I think it was last year or the year before, and I did a couple of shows up there and stuff. And yeah, it was super nice.
Dude, they're the
Comic's really
best,
nice.
man.
Yeah,
That's my climate. I fucking
for
love
sure.
that weather.
Yeah, dude, you thrive there. I
Yeah,
bet.
100%, dude. A little rain jacket.
Oh,
and like,
dude.
dude, that's.
Yeah, layered
I
up.
love that shit, dude.
Me too. Yeah,
It's so nice.
best get a coffee.
Yeah, dude.
Ah.
I love it, dude.
Yeah,
I don't really like the sun.
yeah, so for
The
sure.
sun does nothing
Dude,
for me.
when we when we get a gloomy day here,
Yeah.
I feel so good.
Yeah, dude,
like
same.
I'm like, man, everything feels like quiet and good, and like
Totally.
my coworker's the complete opposite.
Yeah.
He actually gets in a bad mood when like it's cloudy out, and like
Yeah.
he feels good when the sun's out, and I'm like
Totally, dude.
I'm like the opposite. I get sleepy when the sun is out.
Same, dude.
Yeah.
Yeah, and also I don't like the heat.
Yeah.
Like I lived
yeah,
in
it makes me
Texas
sluggish.
before this.
Oh really?
Wait. Yeah, sorry. I forgot because I was in LA. And
Right.
so when I was in LA before this was Colorado.
Yeah.
Before Colorado,
Mhm.
I lived in Texas. It was
Okay.
just too hot, dude.
No,
The summer I just
I
don't
can't
do
even
anything.
imagine in Texas.
It's ungodly, dude. Like 110 degrees,
No.
and like it's also humid, so you're sweating.
Yeah, no way.
I just like I would never do anything. I would just literally in the summer, I'm just like, this is not my time.
Yeah, for real.
Like I'll be back in the fall.
Yeah, dude.
And
The
spring.
fall,
And yeah.
the layering season.
Yeah,
I also feel more comfortable in my skin when
Same,
I'm wearing
dude.
like layers and stuff.
Dude, wearing the sweater right now, dude, I'm like,
Oh yeah,
I feel so nice,
cozy.
dude. Yeah, dude.
I feel that.
I
yeah,
love it.
I've got whenever I'm like going to somewhere and I'm like in like a brightly colored t-shirt
Yeah.
and like when my hair is like shorter, then like it's like I never like how it looks.
Totally.
and I just feel so exposed,
Yeah,
you
yeah.
know, like walking around and stuff. Like especially if I'm like sitting in a chair in like a venue or something.
Yeah.
I feel like I'm just like so exposed, you know.
Totally,
I want to be
dude.
like wrapped up in
100%.
something.
I agree, dude.
Yeah.
Except on stage for some reason. On stage, if
Yeah.
I wear a jacket. Well, I guess I've never been. There's one time at Denver Comedy Underground, it was like really cold,
Yeah.
and I wore a jacket on stage, and I was like, this is sick. And I was like, I wish I could do that more.
For real,
But
yeah.
stages are so hot
Yeah, it gets hot up there.
all the time.
Yeah, because I feel like your blood moves faster.
Yeah.
And the lights.
Totally,
So yeah. Just something about everyone looking at you just makes me sweat.
100% agreed.
Yeah. Is there anything you think and we're wrapping up here.
Oh, cool. Yeah.
Is there anything you think Denver stand-up scene needs more or less of?
I wish we could get more industry out here.
Yeah.
Yeah, like because I think there's so many Denver comics that are like super talented,
Yeah.
and I wish there was more like industry stuff here.
Yeah, totally.
Because there's like commercial acting and stuff like that.
Mm-hmm.
But like if we could get like one of those like so they just opened like a filming thing in New Jersey, like a warehouse where they're
Oh.
gonna like film some shit.
That's
and
dope.
they did the same thing in like New Mexico, and I think like Mark Wahlberg bought a spot in like Vegas or some shit like that. And I'm like, I wish we could do that here, like by the airport in that like Green Mountain Valley area.
Yeah, for sure.
Because there's still like empty space up there.
Yeah.
And I was like, it'd be sick to have like just like some more industry here.
Yeah.
Because it is like kind of in the middle of the country too. So you fly from New York, it's not as far. If you fly from LA, it's not as far.
True.
The time difference won't like fuck you up as much.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah, I would love to have.
It
like,
seems
more
like
of that.
a no-brainer, like that more people would be working here and doing like more film stuff and more like more talent scouting. I
Yeah.
feel like because there's a ton of talented people I know.
100%, dude. And also it's just nice to live here.
Yeah.
So it's like living here and having all that stuff would be really cool, you know?
Yeah. Yeah, I agree.
Less of. I don't know, man. Like the Denver scene's pretty good. Like for the most part, I think like maybe like at one point in time we were known for our like drama, like scene drama. Like when you go to other cities, they'd be like, "Oh, Denver, you guys are wild on Facebook." Yeah, less Facebook. Yeah, Denver comedy needs less Facebook.
Dude, it sucks because it's like there's no other tool that for like mass group organizing,
sure,
you know, and like the pages, you know, like
dude.
that's where all the information is for stuff.
I think booking has moved to Instagram, which is nice.
Yeah,
I do like that so much better.
Yeah.
And like no one's really booking on Facebook. But yeah, there's something about like putting your legal name on Facebook that makes people say everything they feel. And I don't know what that is, but it's like, because Instagram, they're like, here's everything I do, but a cool version of it. Like, here's the best parts of my life.
Yeah, totally.
But
it's
then
curated.
Just like, but then Facebook is just like,
just a dump.
Dude, here's how I feel all the time. And like, you know, I have like people from Texas, like from my high school, who are like, yeah, you know, me and my wife are fighting right now. I'm sleeping in the car or something like that. Yeah. And then she comments on it and she's like, come upstairs. And like shit like that. I'm like, this is insane, dude. I have no business knowing about this or like hearing about this. And I find that like interesting that it's like, it's a Facebook culture thing. It's like, and then I also go on Facebook, like that's where I've learned of deaths.
Right.
Like, like who has died, human or animal.
It's like where you get your news on the, on the people you know.
Yeah, dude. It's like self-reported TMZ.
Yeah, totally.
It's like people being like, yeah, we're
here's the
divorced.
drama.
Yeah, dude.
Here's the real shit that's going on.
It's wild.
Yeah.
And I think like, like there's a bunch of comics whose thoughts I know.
Right.
That like I shouldn't.
Yeah.
And it's just like, I'm not saying like, here's the thing, man. What we do is hard. Yes. You're gonna feel some type of way at some point in time.
Yeah.
But like, just talk to a friend.
Yeah.
You know, I have friends I confide in. I call or like, you know, I'll talk to them. Like, hey, I feel kind of weird about this. Like, you know, am I off base? You know, blah blah blah.
For sure.
But like, you know, if you post something online, like that's it, dude.
It's out there.
It's out there. Everyone feels it, knows it.
Yeah.
And they're like, cool, dude. You know.
Yeah. Makes their own opinions and judgments about it.
Yeah, I think it ruins a lot of comics' careers.
100%.
Because especially when you're like new and you kind of like don't know better, it's just like, just keep working, man.
For real.
Like you can't, because you can't take that back. Once you complain about something publicly, like it's out there. Those bookers people or whoever it is, they know.
Yeah.
But if you just kind of like, I mean, dude, you're not gonna be everyone's favorite comic. Also, it might not be your time for whatever the thing is at the time. Just keep working, dude.
Yeah,
you know?
For sure. Yeah, and having people you can just like share like the stuff that's going on in comedy with, you know, that for me it's my buddy and my roommate downstairs.
Yeah.
Because like he started doing stand up not that long ago, so now I was like, oh, like now I get to tell you like all the stuff that like dude. I deal with, and like I can, you know, confide in you on like you know, the typical like problems that I face and stuff like that, because now he has the same things and I get to like he gets it and that's huge. Like I had some of that like you know before, but not as now that I live with him, you know, and a lot of people fall off too, which really sucks. And
also it's like it's hard to explain to someone that's not in it that like we're basically in like one college or like a high school. Yeah. Where it's like we all go like all the comedy, like pretty much it's like we're all in the same high school. Yeah. And so it's like we all know each other, and like it's weird. Yeah. Sometimes
it's super weird.
Yeah.
Yeah, and like shit happens. And
like, dude.
You gotta like figure it out. Like like it's like like some, and a lot of times like things feel and seem way bigger than they are.
Yeah.
Bad and good.
Because you're like in it, you know?
Yeah.
Like there's plenty of things my first year of comedy where I'm like, fuck, I fucked that up. Or like, you know, like, I can't believe that happened. And then like now, like, it's just a blip, you know?
Yeah.
And like I have like new problems.
Yeah, for real. Bigger, deeper ones.
Yeah.
More existential ones.
Totally, dude.
Yeah, I totally relate to that. Hell yeah. Can you think of anything, a time where you've been stretched out of your comfort zone and something you learned from
Dude,
it?
all the time, man. Doing
Yeah.
this is stretching out of your comfort zone, you know?
Yeah.
It's just like a lot of that, man.
Yeah. Pretty much every time that
Yeah.
you attempt to do anything, like stage wise
Yeah.
or not, is like, for me at least, it takes a leap of faith. Like,
Yeah. I mean, even today I was out of my comfort zone because I DM'd a booker that had reached out to me and they didn't respond when I reached out to them.
uh-huh.
So I was worried. I was like, oh shit, did I say something? But again, you know, it's like, don't take it for people are busy.
Yeah.
And I followed up another time
Yeah.
and then I was fine. You know?
Totally.
But
yeah.
I was just like, should I follow? Because I don't want to be like annoying
Right.
and like whatever.
But you're thinking about it.
Yeah,
and,
because
like you
I
want
don't-
it.
I don't want to bother somebody, you know, because I
Yeah.
get it and they have a lot going on, you know, stuff like that. So that was out of my comfort zone, but I'm thankful I like did.
Yeah.
I did the Paramount recently, and that
Oh,
was
shit.
like super out of my comfort zone.
Wow.
That was scary.
Who was or what was that through?
Morgan J.
You opened for him?
Yeah, yeah.
No way.
Yeah.
That's dope.
Yeah, he's cool. I opened for him at the Improv last year.
Nice.
And then so I opened for him at the Paramount.
What was that like?
It was crazy, dude. His act is so fucking good. It is such a cool act, and to see it live and see how it's amazing, dude.
Yeah.
Like that guy, like he is the perfect theater act.
Yeah, totally.
And it was just so weird. It was and hard. Like also, it's just not. He's been doing it and he grinded and he really created his own show.
For real.
It's like so cool to see. I'm like, I've never seen anything like this.
Mhm.
It's so specific and only he could do what he's like doing.
For sure. And I feel like it came at the right time.
Totally.
Like everybody, it's so in demand what he's doing
Totally,
right now. Like
dude. He's crushing it.
Yeah.
And so I did 10 up top.
Okay.
And dude, like it's just really hard because it's like
Yeah.
it's such a big room.
Yeah.
There's an echo,
Mhm.
and you can't. It's hard to connect with the
Yeah.
audience. Like he can because he's running in the audience,
Right.
like with the camera and like doing that.
Right.
But like for me, I'm just telling jokes.
Yeah.
I couldn't be more telling jokes.
Right.
You know, I can't be like this guy gets it. You know, like, 'cause
yeah. Yeah.
there's 1,800 people in there or whatever, and like that echo, there's like a delay. And so
Yeah.
I asked like some comic friends who've done theaters. I'm like, hey, any tips? Because I've heard about that like delay, and they're like, just slow down. Like you're a punchline comedian, so you're gonna be fine. Just do your jokes,
For sure.
and just like and it was overstimulating because there's a
Hmm.
lot of noise, and because
That
also
you can
going
hear?
because going first, they're still seating people,
Oh,
and so you
shit.
could just hear all those people,
Yeah.
and you can't be like shut the fuck up.
yeah. Trying to do jokes over here.
So you just have to just kind of keep going, dude.
Yeah.
You know, it's like, yeah, it was very disorienting.
Yeah. Do you feel the need to like be bigger in a bigger room?
Yeah, kind of. Because the other thing too is like, I either have my mic in a mic stand
Right.
or like resting my hand on the mic stand.
Yeah.
No mic stand. And so I was just standing there.
Was it just wireless on the stool?
Yeah. And then, like you grab the mic and I was
Oh.
just like, what do I do? And then at one point I remember thinking the stage is huge.
Yeah.
So I was like,
use the stage.
should I walk around? And I like kind of did like a little bit, and I was like, I don't know, this doesn't feel
Never
like
mind,
me.
never mind.
Yeah, because I don't really have any jokes that warrant that.
Yeah.
So I was like,
I get that.
All right, well, whatever.
Yeah, we're booking this theater in Casper, Wyoming.
Oh, nice. Yeah,
the band
Is it
wagon.
Rialto?
Yes.
Nice, dude.
Yeah. So I've hosted there a couple of times.
Yeah.
And I'm hosting for Beth Stelling in like a
Sick,
week and
dude.
a
She's
half.
the best.
I know, dude. Yeah.
So fucking funny.
Yeah.
She's so nice too.
Yeah, I'm so stoked. Yeah,
Yeah.
I really want to do well.
Yeah.
Like, cause like the other shows, like, it was me, like, a couple of them, it was me meeting them and like getting to know them for the first time.
Yeah.
And like learning about their work.
Totally.
So it didn't feel the same. Like it felt like we were kind of coworkers, you know?
Yeah.
And so, but this one I'm like, oh man, like I've done it before, but I'm like, oh, like nothing's different. But I'm just like, man, I really want to like do well. But it's like 300 seats.
Yeah.
And it's like, and it feels like, I feel like I'm doing okay up there, but sometimes the feedback isn't as big.
Totally, dude.
Because it's such a big room, and
Yeah.
like sometimes it's not always full, so
Yeah,
like
yeah.
you feel it's like, am I bombing right now? It's just
Totally,
like,
dude.
no, they're enjoying it. It's just
Yeah.
it's hard for a laugh to like get all the way to the
Yeah.
stage. So I feel like there's different levels for how well you're doing in a theater, like how big the room is, you know?
100%, dude.
Yeah,
It's such a weird experience.
yeah,
I couldn't even imagine doing an arena. Like
No.
I did. We went to the Avs game the other day,
Yeah.
and I was like, dude, doing stand up in this would like be terrible.
Yeah.
Like, I mean, you want to experience it because it'd be like cool.
Yeah.
But like, dude, there's something about just like doing a comedy club and getting to
Yeah.
like talk to everybody. Like,
It's the best.
They really just did perfect it.
Yeah, for real.
You know?
Yeah. I saw Sandler at Ball.
Damn.
Yeah, like a year or two ago.
He plays like music and stuff though, right?
Yeah,
Yeah.
yeah.
So that kind of like works better at least.
Definitely, yeah.
But that echo would drive me crazy.
Oh man.
Like, I don't even
it's
know
so
how-
big.
yeah.
Like, and it's like it's like it's a show that like
Yeah.
you know, you're just watching from like super far
Totally.
away or on the screen.
Yeah.
And like it's not like in the comedy club, it's like you're part of the cohesive like mind of like
Yeah.
the crowd if you're in the audience, you know, or if you're on stage. Yeah.
Dude, auditorily too, because I saw when we were at the Avs game,
Yeah.
they were playing a song on the PA, right?
Uh-huh.
Like some song. Then there was a drumline band or something. They were playing along with the song, but they sounded so off time
Yeah.
because of the delay.
Yeah.
And like they were also on the other side of the room.
Yeah.
So by the time that those drums got to us, because at first I was like, damn, that band sucks. And then I was just like, oh, wait, say there's delay.
It's just like
yeah.
layered on top of itself.
Yeah, dude.
Yeah. That's crazy. Yeah, I couldn't imagine. Cool. I just have a couple of quick ones.
Yeah, of course, dude.
Do you have a favorite sad boy band or artist that you listen to when you're in your feels? Or you're just like your go-to like type of music?
I mean, I like a lot of heavy music.
Yeah.
And I feel like when I'm sad, I listen to that because it kind of like helps me get out of it.
Yeah.
Maybe like Turnover. If I'm trying to be like real
Okay.
sad.
I don't know them.
They're like real like sad like.
Okay.
Yeah.
Do you know In the Whale?
No.
Oh, they're like a heavy metal like band, and there's two guys.
Yeah.
And I think they're based out of Greeley, and they're coming back to the Moxie, and I'm gonna go see them on Friday.
Sick.
Yeah, they go
Yeah.
hard. Yeah,
I'll check them out, dude.
Yeah.
In the Whale.
Yeah,
Okay, sick.
yeah, they're fun.
Hell yeah, dude.
For sure. Turnover.
Turnover. Yeah.
Okay, cool, sick. Do you have a favorite time of day?
Night.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Like-
I love a sunset to night. Like especially if it's like the fall.
Oh yeah,
Yeah.
that's the best.
Yeah. What about you?
It's cool. I really enjoy like a late night where I'm like by myself.
Yeah.
You know, and like, you know, whether I'm out in the streets or I'm like just like tucked up in here. You
Sure.
know, but that's kind of a luxury I don't really get that much anymore.
Sure.
Because it's just the responsibilities of the day
Totally,
are
dude.
waiting for me the next day, and like kind of similar to like the early morning, but like that's also more rare than the late
Yeah, I
night
don't
thing. Yeah. Other than that, like probably like the hour, like the first hour that I get home from work, and I'm
Totally, dude.
like either gonna go like in between going to a next thing,
Yeah.
or just taking off my work clothes and just like smoking a little bit, and then just like relaxing, showering, and then like put on an album or something. Like that's
Totally,
that's
dude.
the best for me. Yeah.
I think 7:30.
Yeah.
I'm gonna say because then you drive. There's no traffic too.
Yeah, everyone's
Yeah.
done going to and from work and
Yeah.
stuff. Yeah, that's
Yeah.
nice. Yeah, it's chill. Do you have a favorite road snack or just a traveling snack?
Yeah, those Muddy Buddies, those like cookies and cream
Oh,
ones.
yeah,
Those
yeah.
are fucking good. What about you?
I like sour stuff.
Same, dude.
Yeah,
Yeah.
big sour guy, like gummy worms and
Sour Skittles.
Yeah, sour Skittles. Yeah, but I gotta pace myself with them
Yeah, yeah.
they'll fuck up your mouth.
Oh,
real bad.
100%, dude.
Yeah, and I'm a big like beverage boy.
Sure.
Yeah.
Dude, those new grapefruit Red Bulls go crazy.
Oh, really?
They're so good.
Okay, I'll
if
have
you're
to
an
try
energy
'em.
drink guy.
Oh yeah.
Yeah, dude.
Yeah,
They have
definitely.
a sugar-free one too.
And I love the Red Bulls.
Yeah.
Like all the flavor. I like the yellow and the green a
Dude,
lot.
this one's purple.
Yeah?
And yeah, it's grapefruit.
Okay, I'll have
It's
to try
fucking crazy.
it. Is it like the new one?
Yeah, it's like the spring one.
Okay, cool. Hell yeah. I'll have
It's
to
so
try that.
good, dude.
Ooh, I'm excited.
Yeah.
Hell yeah, dude. Well, dude, thank you so much for being
Dude,
here.
thanks for having me.
This is
man.
fun.
I appreciate you.
Yeah, dude. Best of luck to you. Oh, where can people find you and learn more about you?
Insane Brown Posse on Instagram, and then I got my website on everything linked up there.
Hell yeah,
Sorry
dude.
about it, man.
Nice. And then your JFL is coming up
Yeah, it's just the audition. It's next week.
for sure.
Yeah.
Nice, dude.
So yeah.
Oh yeah. Best of luck to you, man.
Dude, thanks,
Looking
man.
forward to it.
Dude, thanks for having me.
Bye.
Stretch yourself. Stretch yourself. Stretch yourself.